Over the past few months, I've been trying to get places that aren't just theme parks. And yes, I promise you, over the next few weeks, months, we're gonna have plenty of theme park content. I'm gonna be in the parks a lot in July. At least I hope to be there a lot in July. But in addition to the theme parks, I also like to go out hiking, and I like to get out into nature and see wildlife and do some things like that. And that's why today I am at Sawgrass Lake Park in the St. Petersburg area. And this is actually a really unique destination. I have read that I have a pretty good chance of seeing alligators here. We already got to see that cute little turtle as I was driving in here. But this is, you know, in a city. Like, we are right off a highway, but the park itself is not accessible by the highway, and you have to drive through some basically neighborhood streets to get here. And it's almost like this hidden gem. It was listed as one of the 10 or 15 best hikes in Pinellas County, which is the county that has St. Petersburg, Florida. So we're just gonna go on a little hike. We're gonna see if we can see some alligators, not encounter any alligators, and check out any other wildlife and just enjoy nature for the day. I almost didn't come out and do this tonight. I was on a long stretch of working a bunch of nights in a row. I was tired, and today I slept in a little, and at one point I was thinking, why not just chill inside the house and not leave? But then it's sights like this that make me glad that I got a shower, got out of the house, because this here is 275 in St. Petersburg, and I used to take this very stretch of highway to work almost every day for a few years, and I could think about being stuck in this very location that we're looking at from the park right now and not even thinking about how I was next to this beautiful park. And you know, you lose perspective sometimes. You get so focused on work and productivity and doing the modern stuff. Yeah, that even includes theme parks. Like when I talk about trying to get out of the theme parks a little more, because there's always something closing. Oh, Test Track's closing. Do I have to be there for the last day? Or they're opening a new ride. Do I have to be there for the first day? And you think about that hustle and bustle that we even put ourselves in our hobbies and in our interests. And sometimes it's just nice to take a walk in a park and look at the people who are rushing to work, look at the people who are caught in traffic, although 275 looks like it's moving pretty well right now. But you look at those things and remember that every once in a while you have to put things into perspective. We're not here all that long relatively, so take advantage of everything. Yes, enjoy the hustle and bustle, work hard, have your hobbies, have your interests, but also make sure to slow down every once in a while and check out real life. So that's what this little experience here is telling me. Now I did wait until, like I said, later in the day to take this little hike, because the last time I went on a hike in a similar location, it was around noon. It was so hot. I waited until early evening, but even with waiting till early evening, it still can get hot. So having all of this tree cover, making it nice and shady. Anybody who's been to Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios knows if you don't have shade in Florida, you are gonna fry. So this is very, very nice. I did hear a rumor that the Overlook was closed today as they are refurbishing it. But you know what? That just gives me an excuse to come back sometime later once they're finished with the construction. Apparently from that Overlook, you can see a bunch of big gators. We missed it. We only got to see that little baby gator, but that baby gator was cute, so that might be for the best anyway. I will definitely find time to come back here once that Overlook is completed and check out some gators here from Sawgrass Lake Park. But even just walking around today, and I still have to walk all the way back, so there is still more to this video, and I'm going to try to take the other trail if possible, that hammock trail. We still got to see something really nice, something relaxing. Like I said, man, you know, we grind a lot. A lot of us are constantly grinding, and then there's other stuff like social media, and you know I can barely sit through a commercial break anymore if I have to watch a baseball game and there's commercials, like, you know. So to slow things down every once in a while, get out, breathe nature's air, it's really nice. Get some exercise, obviously. I'm going to be hitting the exercise stuff hard starting at the beginning of July. I have a few reasons for that, but I'll talk about that a little more. I could see myself hitting a lot more trails, just trying to get out and walk at my own pace, enjoy life, force myself to drink some water, because when you're on these trails you need water, and it's sort of one of those ways to kind of say, okay, I know the Coke Zero's sitting there, but if you go out on this trail, you're gonna take a bottle of water and you're gonna drink the whole thing. So there's a lot of reasons to do this, and I've also made no secret of the fact that I'm not a huge fan of living in Florida. That does not necessarily have anything to do, though, with some of the beautiful nature that is here. So every once in a while, if at some point we are no longer in Florida, I want to be able to tell myself that I took advantage of the natural beauty that was available to me when I was here. It's nothing like it was back when I lived in Arizona and I had the South Mountain trails to hike, and I could go to, you know, Camelback Mountain, and oh man, there was just hiking everywhere. What was it? It was Cacho Peak, just north of Tucson, or in between Phoenix and Tucson, and I hiked up the side of that, and that was, whew. I wish I was taking video from some of those, because some of those moments were pretty amazing. Yeah. Well, let's enjoy sitting here on this bench for a few minutes, but then I'm going to make my way back and see if, you know, maybe we will see an alligator, maybe we will see another turtle, maybe we'll see something fun. One of the things that I really like about this trail and this entire park in general is that there is no shortage of these overhangs that have benches where you can sit, you can take a break if the heat is getting to you, maybe your legs are just getting sore, or if you just want to sit and enjoy nature. They have these all over the place. The thing I don't like is this is Florida, so of course the last one had to have racial slurs spray painted all over it, so I will try to find out where to report that, so hopefully they can get rid of those. I'm gonna walk down the hammock trail for a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna complete it, however, because I got a text from my wife and she's home from work, and I've been working so much lately, I'd really like to get the chance to actually spend some time with her. To make this story go faster, I'm just going to assume the familial dynamics so that I can tell the story nice and briefly. But when this brick trail started right over here, because I've now turned around to head back to my car, there was a family, presumably a family, behind me, and the daughter said, "Oh, there's a brick road, I want to follow it." And the dad goes, "Yeah, I wonder what this brick road, like what's the history behind that?" And I wanted to say the history behind that is somebody had way better knees than I have, because man, that is not fun when you've been hiking for a few hours and then you come up on a brick road like that. So, very fun. I have actually seen more people on the trails than I had expected. All the research I had done said you'd basically be by yourself, and that's fine. Like, I don't mind people being here, but hopefully if you venture off into the hammock trail, you have a really good sense of direction, or you have a compass, because as you can see, there are just lots of split offs everywhere where you could easily get lost if you don't remember how to backtrack. Something big just scurried back that way. It was either a tortoise or a smaller alligator. I couldn't tell which one because it was just moving the top of these branches every once in a while, and then by the time I got to this point, which is where I would have been able to see it, it had long made its way to the other side of these trees and into the brush. But I was almost about to see something. It would have been cool. Oh well. There off in the distance behind some of the foliage there is an armadillo. So I hope you enjoyed my little walk through Sawgrass Lake Park here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Like I said, unfortunately the overlook was closed today for renovations, but that just gives me an excuse to come back in a couple of months and check out the park again and hopefully see some gators from atop that overlook. I really appreciate everybody who stuck with me for this episode. I'm trying to do more than just theme parks, as I've said a number of times, and really show all aspects of my personality on this channel. You know I love theme parks, you know I love baseball, but I also love hiking. I love getting out in the great outdoors. I love sports in general. I had a video recently from a hurling match I played down in Miami Beach, and we're just going to be doing a whole lot of fun stuff. So I hope you don't mind us branching out a little bit and not doing the same old, but you will still get a lot of the same old, because I have a lot of Disney trips planned in the near future. I don't know when this video is going to air, but I know I am going to Disney tomorrow morning, leaving at 7 a.m. to head and visit the mouse. So you're definitely still going to get a lot of that theme park content. I'm also wearing my Durham Bulls hat because earlier this month on June 15th, it was the 35th anniversary of the movie Bull Durham, which centered around the Durham Bulls minor league baseball team. They're a AAA team now. In the movie they were a single A team, but it's my favorite movie of all time, and I think it really shows what I love about baseball. People of different backgrounds being put together on a team. The only thing they have in common is their love of this one sport, but besides that, they're all as different as night and day. They get together, they form bonds. It's really the best part about baseball, in my opinion. And the movie is funny, it's dramatic. The baseball scenes, with the exception of Nuke Lelouch's pitching, look realistic. So it's a good movie. And June 15th was also my hero, my favorite baseball player of all time, Wade Boggs' birthday. And he spent it here in Pinellas County, up in Clearwater. The day before his birthday anyway. He was feeding homeless people at a, it's not a soup kitchen because they were serving chicken, but they were handing out food. Wade and his wife Debbie Boggs, they were handing out food to the less fortunate to celebrate his birthday. So I thought I should give a nod to my favorite baseball player for doing that. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there are any things you want to see. Like, I'm not a big beach person, but there are a lot of beaches here. Do you want to see some of the beaches? I could, you know, suck it up for you, I guess, and go head to some of the beaches. Let me know in the comments. As long as the comments are positive, I love to see them keep rolling in here. So, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.